Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to another episode of Gaijin Gaming. Today I'm talking about Eiyuu Densetsu Sora no Kiseki SC. And this is the second chapter, and I actually have the first chapter, Sora no Kiseki FC, and you can check that out over here. Here. And just a little bit about it. Published and developed by Nihon Falcom Corporation, originally for the PC back in 2006. And then later it was released for the PSP. And this version is actually being translated and published by Xseed over, I don't know, maybe elsewhere. I know it over in North America, and it probably as well for like the PAL region, which I hope so. But yeah, just a little bit about that. Let me say a little bit about the story. It's kind of hard to. I'm just gonna mention a little bit about it. Because if I say too much, it'll spoil all the events that happen in the first chapter. So, real briefly, kind of with a wide brush, Estelle, the main character from FC, she and everybody else is going through Liberal Kingdom, and after the events that happen from FC, and investigating these different strange occurrences that are happening. For example, people are seeing ghosts, and there's these earthquake or tremors that are occurring at certain intervals and stuff, as well as unnatural fog. And so you're going through different areas and investigating that. And where FC, you traveled on foot and took kind of a pilgrimage throughout the kingdom. This, which is very similar to some of the older Eiyuu Densetsu games. This one is a little bit more localized, for lack of a better word. You go to certain towns, and then if you want, you can do the side missions or side quests or subquests, and then you can do the main quest. And then once you finish that, you actually fly to the next town, and then you do that there, and then you go from there to the next one, and you go about it that way. And I don't mind it so much. It's kind of, I was curious as to how they were going to do that and whatnot, and I thought it worked out pretty well. And a little bit else about the game, the music, it shares a lot from the first game. However, it has a lot more songs in this one, and it's very, very good. It's actually what got me interested into the series, was listening to the music on YouTube. And little did I know, 4 years ago or something, listening to the music, that I'd be playing the games and then enjoying them up until now. I do have to say, you have to play FC before you play SC, because if you play the second chapter before the first chapter, you miss all of the character development from that game. And I mean, you can play the second chapter without playing the first chapter. However, I think first chapter builds such a great foundation that it makes second chapter that much, from what it builds off of the first chapter, and without that stepping platform, it's still a really good game, but I think it's a little, it misses something if you haven't played the first one. So with that, here's some gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy. And here's the start screen. You can see you have two options, start and load. So we're just going to start, and 4 different difficulty settings. From top to bottom you have easy, normal, hard, and nightmare. We're just going to put it on normal. And seeing that the beginning part takes not too horribly long, but it takes a little bit, I'm going to actually skip ahead and show you some of the gameplay features. Okay, we're actually in the first town. It's actually the main character's hometown. And I just wanted to show you a few things about the town real quick. And if you hit the select button, you'll actually bring up the town map, which you can move around and stuff. and it'll color code the different shops. So the green ones are for the weapons shops and food shops and just various item shops, while the purple one is for the churches, and then the orange one is for these ornaments, which when you equip them in a certain way or a certain order and different color codes and whatnot for different types, you can cast different types of spells, and I'll get into that a little bit later. And the light blue one is for the hotel, which you can stay at, and then the red one is for the guild, the main guild building in the town. As well as it also gives you the town's name in the top left, and then it'll give you the direction, like for the different areas that you can go into when you exit this map. You can, for example, if you head east, if you head east, you'll actually go to the mayor's building, and then if you head west or south, you'll go to different paths, as well as if you head northwest, you'll go into a mountain path, and then if you head true north, well, not true north, but if you head straight north, you'll actually come to kind of like it's like a busing station for the airships that travel from town to town. And you can also, by hitting and holding down the square button, it'll give you the different directions, or it'll give you the different areas that you can go to when you exit this map. So, and it'll like move around with you and stuff, which is really nice and convenient. If you hit the L or R buttons, it'll rotate the map, which is nice. It doesn't do it for all the maps. There's certain ones that you can't rotate and that are fixed, but that's alright. And as you can see, as it's pretty much the same as Sora no Kiseki SC. Alright, so I'm a little farther ahead here, and now I can access my ordnance section on my menu screen. And what the ordnance is it's for different characters. There's different patterns, and how you align the quartz is what you actually input into the different sections. As you can see, each character has, let's see here, 8, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I need to learn how to count. So there's 7. Yeah, so you have 7 different spots that you can actually put quartz. And what quartz are, as I have none right now, is they are, actually I think I can do it from here. No. Let's go to the items. Quartz are basically taking, as you can see off to the right, you have these little thing here called your sepith, and your sepith you actually get from killing monsters and things like that, or doing fishing, and they're color coded, and different ones mean different things. Like for the red ones, it's more for your attack power. For the brown one, it's more for defense. For the blue one, it's health and things like that. And green is magic speed and agility. And black is for a bunch of different things. And they all have certain things that they're good with and certain things that they take away from. So you can't just put these on there and just make an awesome character like that. You're going to have to balance it out a little bit. And you actually can go to, when you go to the ordnance shop, you talk to him, and when you talk to people, you can at the people that are, you know, selling weapons or food or doing the quartz making and stuff like that, you can actually either just talk to them normally, or you can do the actual quartz making process. So here you can make a quartz that gives you 3+ to your defense, but -1%. Well, it's percentage. So for this, so it's 3% plus for your defense and 1% down for your strength. And your health, for one that you can make it, is up 3%, and another one for your attack. It's the opposite of the defense one, so 3% up for your strength and 1% down for your defense. And then an agility one, and then this speeds up your arts, your just total speed up 10%. This one makes it so you use less EP. Kind of think of it as like magic points to cast the arts. and this one brings up your dexterity but brings your agility down. So, and then you get a whole slew of other ones, and it adds it. How to put it? There's a lot more as the game goes on, of course, and there's just a lot of different things you can do. Like, you'll get some that'll cause a certain percentage of the time status ailments, just some that are just like that'll what's a good one? Some that'll like add your chances of doing critical hits and things like that. So there's a lot of ways you can mix and match to kind of build your own style of character, which I think is really, really nice. Now, when you're not even in the battle and stuff, and you're just out and about, you actually can see the party's HP, EP, and CP, and those three stand for the health, the magic points, as well as the CP stands for more of the skill points, if you will. And you actually build that bar up by either doing damage or taking damage. And when you get to 100, you can actually activate a special skill anytime you want. And it's really handy. And you can actually, the bar actually goes up to 200, so you can actually build up to there, even though it doesn't seem to really do too much at different levels. But you, with different skills that you can do, it takes a certain amount of points. So even if it's not like your super special skill, you can have different skills that either like builds your strength or your defense, or attacks enemies to delay their turn, or allows your characters to go again, kind of thing. So let me go into battles. You can see the enemies are out and about, and then here's some treasure chests, so you can pick up the treasure chest. And then if you run into the enemies behind them, or if they run behind you, they can do a back attack, or you can do a back attack. So, and as you've seen there, you'll get certain kinds of different boosts to the side. To the left, you'll have the bar of who goes when, so it's kind of like an ATV, and you're on a grid, and it's kind of similar to, say, something from like Lunar. And so you can, if you're in the area, you can actually attack the enemies and stuff. And then your arts, which are here, which are your skills. And this one's just a simple healing one. And now I will show you a skill. They're called crafts. And if you have a certain amount of points, like 30 here, you can do this spin attack. But if you don't have the points, then you can't do the attack. And that's, yeah, and as you can see, they can do delay stuff as well. And that's really about it. I mean, it goes into a lot more, but to be honest, I really don't have the whole 15 minutes is not enough time to go into all the details for it and stuff. So I just wanted to show you a little basic bit of the battle system. So it's a little bit like Lunar, and then you have all these different things. You can attack, move, cast your arts, cast your crafts, use an item, or run away. And you can run away pretty much from any fight unless it's like a boss fight or something. So maybe it makes it a little bit easier, but in the same hand, it's nice sometimes if you're not really wanting to be in a fight and you're just trying to get through an area, and then you can just kind of get out of it. So that's really about it for the general kind of overview for the gameplay bit. So I hope you really enjoyed this. I really love this game and whatnot, and I hope that when it comes out in America, you'll check it out as well, or anywhere else where you may live. So that's really about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.